A disturbing new report is raising questions about non-U.S. citizens' ability to register to vote and cast ballots. The Washington Times reporting, quote, non-citizens are signing up to vote in states including Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Virginia, according to the research by the Public Interest Legal Foundation. It's a nonprofit law firm that advocates for election integrity. The foundation found that a large percentage of those non-citizens managed to cast ballots as well. And yet, here's the common refrain we always hear from the Democrats.
The vote fraud mantra is said so often, it's almost said robotically, that some people have unthinkingly begun to believe that the issue is real.
This whole notion of election or voting fraud, this is something that is constantly been disproved. This is fake news. The notion that there are a whole bunch of people out there who are going out there and are not eligible to vote and want to vote. We have the opposite problem.
Joining us now with a reaction, conservative commentator, CRTV host Michelle Malkin. Michelle, those golden oldies are they're the gifts that keep on giving. They're always worried about voter ID because they think it's so hard to get government-issued ID in this country. It's really difficult. So they think that's onerous. But then they're not worried about illegal immigrants voting. They brush it all off, even if it cancels out a legal citizen's vote in any given election. Your reaction to this new report?
Yeah, Laura, first of all, I commend the Public Interest Legal Foundation for doing the work that the liberal open borders press won't do. I mean, you've got the leftists in the elite media screaming about foreign interference and meddling in our political system, and having non-citizens and illegal aliens voting at our ballot boxes is the textbook definition of foreign meddling. This goes back years and years and years, and back when I lived on the East Coast, of course, all around me, all of the counties in then liberal blue Maryland were inviting non-citizens, quote unquote, and they kept it very vague, right? They say, well, we only want legal immigrants who haven't naturalized yet to be able to feel a part of the process and cast their ballots in school boards. And this has been the gateway, Laura, as you know, for all manner of legalizing illegal aliens' participation in civic and electoral life. It is radical and it's transformative, and it's happened right before our eyes, all legally. That's the real scandal here. And whether it's the PILF or Judicial Watch or Project Veritas, which in the last several election cycles has been able to do undercover work and show that Democrats are nonchalant about it, what it shows you is that these people are more interested in banning plastic straws and 3D guns than they are in illegal aliens from the ballot box.
Yeah, do you see the story, of course, last week, San Francisco local board elections, I think school board elections, illegal immigrants now can vote. And they say, look, they're in the community. Why shouldn't they have a right to vote? Now we have that Ninth Circuit ruling today that you can't defund sanctuary cities. You can always count on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals on the issue of immigration to get it wrong. I'm sure it'll be reversed at the Supreme Court, but nevertheless, the president is up against a completely biased media, purposely ill-informed media, runaway judges until he can appoint more, and Democrats and the old GOP guard. And they don't want that wall. Let's face it, the GOP on Capitol Hill, they do not want this wall. Correct, Michelle? Do not want it.
Yes, they don't. And we've fought these people for a long time, you and I, Laura, long before there were a lot of Johnny-come-latelys on this issue. And we can smoke out the phonies and the lip service payers from the people who truly believe in these fundamental principles of sovereignty. It is going to be a reckoning come these midterms. And I've said many times, as people have tried to sort of downplay the internal strife over this, of course it should be front and center in front of the midterms. I mean, the Gallup polls are now showing that the majority of Americans are with us more than ever. And you've got left-wing enclaves, even in Oregon, which now has an anti-sanctuary measure on the ballot. And it qualified with, I think, something like 50 or 60,000 more signatures than were needed. That is left-wing Pacific Northwest Oregon. When is the Beltway GOP going to get the message?
Michelle Malkin, you have done such great reporting on this, and you're also